welcome to the Tre Stewart program. We're here with my co-host, Joe Grillo. And we've got special guests today, very funny comedians, Ron Taylor and Hans Kim. Everybody, give it up for them. This is
Giving
great.
it up for Ron.
Give it up, man. Yeah. No, don't. Ron's had enough.
Poor Ron.
Poor Ron. Poor Ron Taylor, everybody. Listen, man, shout out real quick, your Instagram. What's your Venmo so people can give you money?
Yeah, hey, I could use that.
Yeah, if you like this guy.
Comedian Ron T, send me $1.
Yeah, if you enjoyed this podcast, follow him on Venmo.
If you didn't, then request money.
Yeah, because he needs it. We got to get him off the floor and get him a bed frame first.
I used to sleep on the floor. I thought it was good for you.
Yeah,
kind of lines you up.
Well, isn't that like an Asian thing? Because they do that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have like
no asses, so it's easier.
Yeah.
On the floor with no mat?
It's like pretty hard. It's like a samurai thing.
So is it like Asians laying on the floor? It's a cultural thing of like you just need to be a little bit uncomfortable at all times. You can't enjoy.
You got to form yourself to your surroundings instead of the other way around. But then we have amazing subways and stuff. So
yeah, it works. I was just gonna say it works. It's like it's pretty productive.
Yeah, if you're tired of having a giant ass, just lay on the floor.
No, I don't need to sleep on no damn floor, man. I've been to prison. It was awful.
Whoa.
I take that back. I was not in prison. I went to jail. It wasn't fun.
Now, what's the difference? One, you get raped, and then the other...
You just get molested.
You just get molested.
That's the most ignorant thing I've heard.
Not wrong, but very ignorant. No.
Hey, so I was right. I'm on to something, man.
Yeah, broken clock is right twice a day.
Yeah.
No, jail you go to what? When
the crime happens, and then prison is when
you get sentenced.
You get punished.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
So jail is just a holding cell.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were what they have you in for?
We didn't come here for that. But the point is,
that means it was bad.
He's like, the case is still pending.
That
So
means he
let's
did it.
move on. Yeah. Well, no, you're right. We didn't come here to discuss your record. We came here to assess America in its darkest time, or its
and our prison system.
Yeah, which is it might be. Listen, man, I'll admit it. All right, the votes are in, and it looks like my girl isn't gonna win. Apparently, Jill Stein will not be president. And I'm a man. I can admit that.
We need to do a recount. She got robbed, I think.
She did, man.
Yep.
Yeah. Now Trump is president, and really, I blame Ron Taylor.
Wow.
Honestly, right? I mean,
is that what this is? Did you invite me here?
You can't even vote.
Scapegoat.
Oh yeah, he's a vote. Well, but you can run for. You can be president.
Yeah, apparently.
That's wild. You can work at McDonald's. Well, no, only Trump got away with that, actually.
Listen, man, I can vote. I didn't vote because I was busy. I was preoccupied.
Being black.
Well, yeah, actually,
In
being
America?
black. I was traversing
Me too.
the country. I think I'm registered in L.A. and I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so that doesn't count because then your vote wouldn't have really. I mean, you were probably gonna vote for Kamala, right?
That's the other thing. It's like, I would have flipped a coin. Whatevs.
See, wow. See, well, what about you? Did you vote?
Voted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Jill Stein.
Straight D's down the ballot.
Nice.
I didn't even care. And then I got to the city council, and I was like, I don't know who's D or not.
Oh yeah, that's a little bit more complicated.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
so
don't
you're a
do that.
Democrat, like a registered.
I would say I'm a socialist.
Oh wow, okay, yeah. So like a Bernie.
Yeah.
I mean, Bernie was right. He came back actually, and achieved rare form because I feel like they really, cut Bernie off at the knees, and he kind of like got in line. But after the loss, he gave like a scathing review of the Democratic Party. Went back to old school Bernie. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great, man. Like, but I think that a lot of people they just haven't learned the lesson that they need to learn, right? Like Democrats, because I'm not a Democrat or a Republican.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an American, and I hate Trump. I voted for him, and I agree with everything he says. But I don't like him.
You voted for Trump?
No, I didn't. But
he's just an asshole and a weird dude. Like
Yeah.
That's enough for me. People have been fired for worse.
Yeah.
I don't know what president came in and everything was hunky dory. I don't know what president came in and the world blew up. every other year is Democrat, Republican, Democrat, Republican. It switch off every year, but every year or every election, everybody's up in arms like, it's the end of the world again.
Yeah.
The end of the world last 4 years, and then the last 8 years.
Well, no, Ron, this is the most
This
important
the-
election. This is the real one.
This the one where
It's
really
also
gonna-
just like habitual at this point. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, I wonder how many people are just like not even thinking about it and just being like, well, it's time. It's like Christmas or something, you know? You get in the spirit.
Yeah, the election spirit.
There's decorations, yeah.
There is, yeah. There's
Who was
fucking
president when
slogans.
we was born? Bill Clinton.
Bill
I think
Clinton.
it was
I remember
Bill
Bill
Clinton.
Clinton.
George
was
H.
good.
W.
George Bush.
Well,
So that was what, Democrat, and then we had
Yes.
George Bush,
Republican.
Republican.
Republican,
Then we
yeah.
had Obama,
mhm.
Democrat. Then we had
Trump.
Trump, Republican. And we
And
had.
Biden.
Is it?
No,
Is
it
that
goes
not
back
a
and forth.
fucking?
Yeah.
You know what
Why
I'm
do we
saying? It's
do
like,
this?
just
It goes
switch
back and
off.
forth. The only
Yeah, just-
difference is now it's shorter. We used to give each president 8 years, and now Trump got 4 years, Biden got 4
Now we
years.
just TikTok it.
yeah,
Yeah,
our
yeah,
attention
yeah.
span is ruined, which goes back to China.
It's a fucking pattern here, and
Yeah.
and I don't get how everybody's like, how could that? Have you not paid attention the last 30 years?
Well, that's a
how
great
they
that's a
do.
great
It's
point,
their
man.
turn.
Yeah, this is. I want to show. Let's go to the link of. These are some of the reactions to the results of the election. This has got to be one of my favorite ones. This guy, white dudes for Harris.
Oh my God.
I can't believe Trump's actually gonna win this fucking thing. I'm Jesus Christ. I'm so pissed off. Fuck. God damn it.
Nice.
Looks like Todd Royce.
I can't believe Trump's actually
All
gonna
right.
win this.
It
Yo,
must be great to be fat because you can rip your shirt off anytime you want. You just choose not
Is he like a pro wrestler or something?
to. He did that so easily.
Yeah,
yo, you think he practiced? He had
He
to
pre-cut
practice.
the shirt for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
It
No,
looks
he planned
fake.
this.
Yeah.
I mean that's great. I hope that is fake. But then let's go to another one because there's a few other women. Women are taking a stand, gentlemen. They're fighting.
What are they all in the
Oh, she was at the open
now?
mic.
Yeah. Oh, she was.
Yeah, she has a
Are you serious?
straight up banana phone.
did this again. I can't do this anymore. I'm literally sick. I'm literally sick to my stomach.
I'm going to get drunk today, and I'm going to act like an angry black fucking woman, because I'm fucking angry!
She was gonna do that anyway, I feel like.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa.
I don't want it here anymore. What has happened to America? What has happened to democracy? What has happened to freedom?
Mm.
I'm done.
Does anybody know how to find?
Wait, fucking pause this.
Or-
Yeah. Let's start. Yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
this is what I'm not understanding,
Yes.
dog.
What?
Fucking why? Like,
What
what,
do
are
you mean?
What happened to democracy?
Mhm.
What happened to freedom?
What happened?
Okay,
to
no. But yeah, like, what the fuck are you talking about, bitch? Who's not free now?
Yeah.
Where's the dictatorship now?
Abortion.
Right. Women.
Every couple years, we give it, we take it away. That's always been the case.
Yeah.
Why do you
No,
think
it
it's
hasn't.
weird now?
Not before Trump. Before Trump, we had Roe v. Wade till like from the
When-
70s.
Okay.
Yeah,
So we
that-
had
that
a
was
good
precedent.
30-year run. All right. Now we gonna do another 30 years of some different shit.
Yeah.
That's America.
You're right. We gotta switch it up. Women. Yeah.
Why don't we bring back slavery?
Hey, go for it.
Or let the
What?
states decide if they have slavery or not. You know what I mean? Just like the abortion thing. A state can
States' rights.
decide if they want slavery.
Give it a fucking whirl. Okay, so
Yeah.
what? Trump, he made abortion illegal?
Well, he put Supreme Court justices on the court
Did
that
he make
helped
abortion illegal?
overturn.
Yes.
He indirectly did. The answer is
He
yes.
did that when?
His election
When his election.
when he was president.
When he
For
was
about
president.
2 years.
It was illegal
Right.
then. When he was president.
It was legal, and now it's
Now it's not
illegal in some states.
in some states.
It's up to the states to decide.
And
right?
Biden didn't change it.
Biden didn't
He did
do
not
shit.
codify it. He didn't do anything.
Okay, but you can still go somewhere else.
Yeah,
You
you
go
can.
to Colorado.
All right. Hey, there you go.
Yeah, just leave.
There you go.
Okay, but a woman died because she was her baby died inside of her.
People be dying, bro.
And
that's sad.
They
I
were
mean-
like, "Hey, we don't know if it's
Ron's
It
too
does
dead
come
poor
from
to
a
care
place-
about stuff.
It's just
I love it.
it seemed crazy for people to be like just that And I don't know. Maybe I should give them grace and just let them do their thing. But it seemed a little weird to be that emotional about.
Well, it does come from a place of privilege.
Just like
For sure, yeah. It's like you get to be I hate when I see these people crying online. It's like, bitch, you don't think I want to cry? I can't feel anything. Like,
No, I was gonna say I wish I could feel this strongly about.
I know nothing.
Literally anything.
I'm dead inside. You know what I mean? And you're out there crying and shit.
And
That's
is
why
that
he
the only-
vapes so much.
Right.
Do you vape? You look
No.
like you vape. Okay.
You got
No,
strong vaping.
it's like a
Resting
sickly
vape
look.
face.
Yeah, I'm inhaling something I'm not supposed to be. For sure.
And is that the only thing? Is that the only thing
That
that's the only
changed
reason we're crying?
dramatically?
Is because
It's a big
you
thing.
can't do abortions now.
Yeah, it's a big. That was a big thing.
Is that-
Immigration.
It's gonna
too,
happen
they're-
once every 7 years for a woman.
Yeah.
You know, hey man, you can't smoke weed
Immigration.
in some states.
You're right. Just adapt. So this is America, though. We do live in people say it's a democracy. It's not really. It's an oligarchy. Oligarchy? Is that how you say it?
Oligarchy.
Oligarchy. But it's like,
Representative democracy.
exactly. It's not really a democracy.
Yeah.
They didn't even really, but they never said it was. They said it was an experiment with democracy. So if you like the lawyer language they use when
Well,
they,
we just went from kings in England to basically, capitalists and,
Yeah.
lords. And instead of worshiping a king, we worship lords and dukes.
Nancy Pelosi, yeah. For real, like
Or
that's
Elon
our, yeah.
and Bill Gates.
Elon, yeah, yeah. It does. It's weird. We just rename the shit, but we end up worshiping these same
We
idols.
have peasant brain.
Yeah,
We still
for
need
sure.
to worship shit.
Yeah, it's so funny. But hopefully Trump
no.
will fix that, man. I got faith. I doubt it. I doubt it. I think white people are going to experience what black people experienced the second term with Obama. You know what I mean? Like,
what?
well, so in the beginning, Obama was, we were like, oh, he's going to get in there and do some shit. And then we saw that he couldn't. He was very like constrained. And then when he won re-election, do you remember this? Black people were like, oh no, now he's going to do some shit, right? Like first time he couldn't because he had to get re-elected. Now that he's back in there, he's going to fucking go wild and give, make white people slaves and like, get reparations. He didn't do anything. And in fact, he was cuckolded because he had a justice, I think, towards the end of his career before he gave it off Trump. He was trying to get somebody in there in the Supreme Court. Republicans stopped him on that. So it's like he literally didn't do anything. And I think white people with Trump, you hear Rogan, all these guys are like, yeah, we're gonna get my. It's like it's cute. I remember that. I felt that with Obama.
They're gonna
So
be like,
yeah, we'll see.
So Trump is white people's Obama, is what you're saying.
Absolutely.
every
It does
race
feel that
gets
way.
to do whatever they want.
Yeah.
White people, black people, Mexican people, they're gonna elect fucking Pitbull or whatever.
Dolly!
Oh, no, I would vote for Pitbull.
DJ Khaled.
Wait, I want to show you can you go to the link that says sex strike? Because women are reacting to this. Whether you think abortion is a problem or not, women.
Oh shit.
Was this the
Why
same
is
guy
she
from
the
the-
Yeah, let's
spokesperson
take
for
a
the
look at
sex
this.
strike? I'm already sex striking myself.
Did anyone else wake up today and delete their dating apps? Like, I'm not just talking like just removing the app. Like, I full on removed myself from Hinge, Bumble. Like,
No.
I
No
didn't
one's
even
missing you.
think twice about it. There's no way.
A weight
I'm
was
letting
lifted from
anyone
Bumble and
near
Hinge.
me
Literally.
For the next few years. I've been happily single for the past 4 years.
Everybody's like, why is my
I
phone
can
lighter
wait
all of a
until
sudden?
There's
crazy.
like
That's
5
crazy.
megabytes
for
free
women
now.
Who have loving, supportive.
That's how she eats
safe,
food,
Oh my
megabyte.
god, yeah, let's stop. Okay.
Megabytes.
So she's off. Yeah, so this is what we're
Loving, supporting, safe. That's what I was.
Nice.
Shut up.
well, already Trump is making America great. By having women like that off.
I think she's a
Self-storage.
beautiful woman.
Okay.
She's gonna be severely missed in the dating pool. But in 4 years, come on back to us. Come on back
Get
to
on
our
a
safe
diet.
arms.
Yeah.
Run away from the border patrol.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, people it is a bit of a cult at this point where you can't even be around somebody that voted for Trump or disagrees with you. To have that strong of an emotional attachment to somebody you never met before. Just wild.
I do think like a lot of people that vote for Trump have been doing it in like a troll way, and that is kind of some asshole shit. Like, I got a buddy who's just been putting up stuff like, yeah, doing it for Trump. Like, nigga, he don't like you. He don't care about you.
Yeah.
Nothing in your life I mean, who knows? But nothing in your life is going to be better now. But some people just like to fuck with people. Like, I voted for Trump. Fuck you. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever. You're cool now. You're the cool guy. You did the thing that you're not supposed to do. It's like being a shock jock. Like people some people voted for Trump like to be like, no. It's like white people saying the N word. Like I'll say it. I'll
Yeah.
nigger. It's like,
Yeah.
oh shit, you
Yeah.
did some great. That's what voting for Trump is like.
They voted for the hard R.
The hard, yeah, which that's back. Nigga, it's officially back.
Hey,
You can say it now.
knock it out. Go crazy.
Yeah, man. Why not? Well,
I'm not falling for this one again. Nice try, fellas.
yeah. How many times has that happened?
You almost got me. I was like, all right. There's two of them saying I can do it.
There's like bad to say the N word if you're white, but then if you do it too many times, then you're an idiot. Like that, you're just falling for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. First one, you fool me once, shame on you. Yeah, maybe.
I think I heard it fly in the green room yesterday at the mothership. I was like, it's getting late. I should get the fuck out of here. I was
Really?
outnumbered. I didn't want to look up to see who said it. I didn't want to see my heroes fall. I
That's
just left.
so funny. It could have been a black people. There's black people at the mothership. It could have been
no
a
black people there.
I try to give it a lifesaver. Yeah, sometimes you gotta call it, man. But that's a good point. As a black person, and I'm sure you feel this, just as a minority, you're not gonna get mad at every time you hear somebody say a slur. We would have no time.
You got to pick your battles.
You have to pick your
I
battles.
used
Yeah,
to get mad every time.
really.
It literally got tiring. It was like, oh, you too? I just like, I don't like that and walk away now. I used to be like, motherfucker, let me tell you something, sucker. And
You turn into an old black guy.
yeah.
You time travel every time.
Sure, that's what that oppression hit me. Poof, and then I go,
You walk away, you're like, where'd I get this cane from? What is it?
say, Jack, let me tell you something.
Sucker.
But then, your fifth time doing that in a day, you're just like, could you just not, maybe?
Yeah, you're so desensitized to it,
It's
man.
like, Jerry Seinfeld, I love you. Could you not? No.
Yeah. Actually, to be fair to Jerry, he was on the right side. I don't know if you guys remember this, but he did something. It was like a round table. I forgot what it was called, but him. Can you pull this up? It was
Funny
Jerry
People.
Seinfeld.
Or
It wasn't funny
Talking
people.
or
Talking funny. Yeah.
Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais. The N word
Louis
specifically. If you
I
can
don't
get that
want to
clip.
see that. Don't play that.
Well, no, nobody said. No, it's a good clip. It's a good clip.
He's gonna go on a sex strike if you play it.
Well, no, but so my point is, Jerry actually defended the point of view of like, oh, I don't think we should say that. I don't think it's okay for white people because Louis C.K. was like, oh, I can say it, and then Chris Rock kind of gave him a nigga pass.
The fact of the matter is, fucking
Right.
Louis says it.
Yeah.
Ricky says it. Jerry says, I don't think you should say it. And Chris Rock says, but Chris Rock's been inundated with white people saying the N-word. He's tired. He's tired too.
That's
When
a
he
great
was,
point, yeah.
When he was working with Robert Townsend and back in the 80s, he probably would not have gone for it. But when, everybody you around, you making millions of dollars.
You're outnumbered.
You're gonna no longer be friends with Louis C.K. because of a noise he made with his mouth. It gets tiring. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I like what Jerry said, but I tell you what, when Louis got in trouble, I feel like that's why black people couldn't ride for him like that. It was like, hey, shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't about to.
Yeah.
You did a special where how the fuck do you have a joke where you said that nigger made the shit out of my coffee, and then we gonna ride for you? Like, I'm sorry, dog. It was funny. I laughed, but when he got Me Too for jerking off, I was like,
Yeah.
shit happens.
Yeah, it does. No, you're right. That's the thing is it bites you in the. I think a lot of white people for so long were able to freely use it with no repercussions, and white people only recently started paying for the consequences of their actions, and it's still a new thing.
Plus, it's like taboo, so any kind of taboo is going to have like an attractiveness towards it. People are just going to be drawn to it.
And white people are more attracted to taboo than any other race in the world besides Asians.
We sure are.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
They love a fetish.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Why is
that
that?
where all this stepsister fucking comes from?
Yeah, mostly
be.
white people. Black people aren't making that.
No.
Well,
No,
we don't
it's-
even need to. Yeah, it's like, white people are the only ones that need to like make it some situation. It's like, I'll just fuck you. I don't need you to be my stepmom. You know what I mean?
There
It's
doesn't
like-
have to be something wrong with this.
Yeah, like why does it have to be a devious in any way? Why can't we just be two people who love each other?
It seemed like in 2016 or 17 or something that all the was fucking my stepsisters. Like, who asked for this? When did
Somebody
this
that
start?
really was attracted to. Well, also it's a thing. Even in Game of Thrones, it's like there's a lot of sister fucking and cousin fucking. If right, like in white
I think
people
that was
culture,
normal though.
it was normal. So maybe that's what I'm saying. Maybe it still exists in the DNA. White people. It wasn't that long ago that they could fuck their
Literally.
sister.
True. Yeah.
So it's just we
I
got to
think
give them
it's
some grace.
familiarity. If you're around your stepsister all the time, it's easier.
And she's hot. She's got big titties.
Yeah.
You're gonna fuck her.
Where's all these broken
we're
homes
meant to
coming
be
from?
in like a tribal situation, and we're in these nuclear families in the suburbs, and the only people we hang out with are our family. So there's no
Yeah.
organic sexual encounters besides at school or something.
Yeah, yeah. To be clear, there's a difference between fucking your stepsister and your biological sister. We all agree, right? Like that's
Yeah,
not the
there's like
same
something
thing.
that happens to your brain if you grow up with someone from like 3 to 10, where your brain just cuts them off as a sexual object.
really.
Yeah,
3 to 10, you say?
yeah,
We'll
something
see
like
about
that.
that.
What does that mean?
I did do some thinking right now.
Plotting. Yeah, no, but people and kid fucking in general.
Whoa, huh? I don't think.
Let me
that's what
We're
finish.
talking
about
about grown stepchildren.
No.
It's a new segment on the pod.
Kid fucking. Well,
That came out of
yeah,
nowhere.
you're right. Well, I just on the topic of taboo and people who you're not supposed to fuck. It used to be acceptable to have sex with a young man. You could be like an older guy, like
Greece.
Greece, yeah, and fuck kids. You didn't know
He's talking
this?
about ancient history.
I'm talking about ancient history. You didn't know that?
I
Yo,
don't know
one
why
of the
you brought
greatest.
this up.
What?
Is this
Well,
why we
it's
have Joe
white-
on the show?
I thought seriously you meant the movie Grease, and I was like, when is a deleted scene or something?
No, yeah, it happened in
Brody
Greece. You didn't
Stevens
see
joke.
that? That
What?
was the director's cut.
Yeah.
No, and
Oh, you talking about like in like the Menendez brothers movie? The new one came out, and they said their daddy was fucking them on some Greek shit. At least in the story.
yeah, exactly, right. In their story, if we believe
Who
men,
knows what's real? That was some sick fucking shit. I don't know if y'all saw that show.
Yeah.
I heard about
Fucking
it.
gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
No, I don't want it to ruin the Menendez brothers for me. So
Fair enough.
I hold them.
Now,
in high
if it was
regard.
their stepdad doing that, you know what I mean? It's not that bad.
Look, that
Yeah.
shit is just all that. I mean, fucking little boys and all. I mean, you know, I think like when you're trying to protect something that really shouldn't be protected or doesn't need to be protected, like the royal bloodline. That's why they fuck their cousins and stuff, because they wasn't trying to let nobody else into the royal family. So when you're trying to keep everybody white, you can't fuck Tre, because then you're gonna have a little nigger baby. So you gotta
Yeah.
fuck your cousin. You know,
That's another-
if you
yeah.
want the white race to continue to exist, you gotta keep fucking each other.
That's a good
we
point.
fuck any and everybody. You know,
Yeah.
I fuck him. We gonna have
Whoa.
a fine ass
Maybe
blazing
my
baby.
sister.
Yeah, no, what the white gene, that's a part of the white backlash.
Yeah.
Is the white gene is recessive. And so yeah, we can literally fuck you out of existence.
Yeah.
White people. And so I'm sorry if you didn't know that.
It's fine.
White
dude.
people
You
listening
guys are a
to
delicate thing.
Yeah, no.
But they're so much smarter, right? And
We
our brains are
adapt.
So,
We adapt.
So much smaller.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Why are you saying this?
No, that's what is it? Not eugenics. What's the whatever that thing is about the
brain science.
the red man, the Indian.
Phrenology.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
fucking monkeys apparently. We're dumber. We're
No, you're
savages.
not.
No, we're savages.
No.
We're savages. You're definitely a savage. You're a mongrel savage.
I've
These
been
are the
living in
two-
civilization for like 6,000 years. I have no cock because I'm supposed to live in a city.
Wait a minute, what?
We're like dry erase. We don't have body odor. Like we've been living in cities, and so there's like evolutionary things that happen.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow. That's it. Yeah, because it's a pretty ancient. How old is the
China?
China as a country? Like
I think like 4,000 maybe.
that's a long time, and that's because we're only like what 200 years old. 4,000.
Yeah.
That's a good amount of years.
But
yeah.
creation only existed for 2,000 years, unless the Bible tells us.
That's true. Yeah. So this doesn't. The
one
math
is it?
ain't mathing.
Huh?
Honestly.
Well, we have a different Bible in China. We got a Chinese Bible.
Really?
What's it called?
It's the King Chong version, General So version.
Bring up the king.
General South. Who y'all praise? Piccolo.
Yo,
Damn.
that's great. I mean, were you religious at all?
Yeah, we grew up Presbyterian.
And when did you like? Are you still religious?
No, I became an atheist in like middle school.
What happened?
Just science and the internet, and just I wanted to know more about things, and it's like this is not helping.
Did you ever like give a fuck about Presbyterianism?
Yeah.
You did? Like you
Yeah,
were into
from
it?
like 2nd grade to like 11th grade.
But like
or,
not just like
6th
I'm a
grade.
kid and like this is what I'm supposed to do. Like you were actually like enthusiastic about it.
When I was a kid, when I was in middle school, but then it's like there's no foundation to. You just have to like suspend your logical brain if you want to get deeper into this.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's a lot of religion. Just
Yeah.
don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
And
is
then-
science? And you said science, and you started. What?
internet.
I guess, and it just made you go, no, ain't no God.
Yeah.
Now, are you agnostic, or are you sure? Because there's a difference between not being sure and saying there's 100% no higher power at all.
Well, I think we're monkey. I mean, we're all. I'm not saying any race, but
Shit, no,
we're
go ahead,
all
say
like
it. This is Trump's
animals.
America.
we
This
got,
is Hans
We got
Kim's.
primitive brains, so it helps to think about things spiritually. To be like, oh, I got that parking spot because I was nice to my grandmother today.
Yeah.
So I will allow myself to get tricked. Into
Wait,
like
why other
stupid
reason
shit.
is there to be nice to your grandma? If not for, I think that's a glue that holds society together. You can't just go around. If everybody just went around not believing in God, I think a lot of people should believe in God. Not everyone is capable to not have that tether, right? Like I think God gives a lot of people a reason not to go out and murder.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, well, I'm not gonna get in heaven.
But then it gives you a lot of great reasons to murder. if
That's
you're,
true.
like-
Then that on the flip side, depending on
True. Yeah, no
how
consequences.
literally you take that book, it does give you a right. I mean, we're seeing it now. It's like people get murdered all the time in the name of God. But I think that's okay. Isn't that weird how God needs you? He's all powerful, but sometimes he needs you to kill a motherfucker.
Hey man, y'all some blaspheming motherfuckers in here. I'm gonna say that much. As an atheist, I've always wondered this though. Like, I mean, I'm not, but like, okay, so there's no God, whatever. We're all just monkeys, and there was the Big Bang. Okay, cool. Where did the ball of matter come from for the Big Bang?
Right.
Where'd they come from?
There's no
the Big Bang,
that doesn't.
No,
it-
where
yeah,
where did it come from?
there's no answer.
God.
Well, then how you atheist?
Yeah. The universe began. Every speck of its energy jammed into a very tiny point.
Yeah, where did the energy come from?
Yeah, this extremely dense point exploded with
Where did
unimaginable
God come
force.
from?
So it's a never-ending question. It doesn't matter whether you believe in God or you're an atheist. At some point, you just say, "I'm not asking any more questions." Like you reach a point to where, fine,
There's-
the
I
Big
can't
Bang
understand any more beyond this.
happened. Well, there's no need to. How you know? What are you gonna sit here all day? I got other shit to do. You got porn to watch. I got sister.
You're also not going to get to an answer.
Yeah, you're not gonna get to it. We're not gonna find it.
I can understand if somebody say, "Oh, I don't believe in this book. I don't believe this what God is about." I can understand all of that. But when somebody goes, "It all came from. It just always was there." What?
That doesn't
the
make any
fuck?
sense. No.
That
I
don't
do.
make
I agree.
scientific sense.
I 1,000% agree.
What
I
are the
think
chances
they're-
we're going to be able to understand where the universe came from? We're meant to run away from tigers.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
think
supposed
God
to make
suffices.
sense to us.
I think
Yeah.
God makes sense.
I think it does make sense to understand that there's a beginning to everything, and like
but
there
then
was
that's what
a-
people said about the tide. They were like, we don't know how the tide works. It's God. Oh, we don't know how the fucking lightning bolts work. And then we figured it out, and we just keep pushing it until God is just like, oh, he's like the guy that fucking started it. and
Yeah.
does
Well, I
nothing.
think that if you actually try to use, I hate when people try to use science to discredit God, because you can also use it to prove that there's something else to life, like quantum mechanics. It doesn't get more scientific than that. And I don't know if you're familiar with it, but like the notion is just kind of like everything is matter, we're all vibrating. And that
I
doesn't.
saw Ant-Man. I get it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Everybody's Paul Rudd. He's God, really. When you think about it, Paul Rudd is God. But the fact that we're all connected, like you're the there was like an experiment where they proved that our observation on a event affects that event. So
Yeah.
to me, that just explains that. All right, well, there's clearly something going on. You know,
That's all I'm getting at,
Yeah.
dog. Just it's something. Somebody go, well, a scientist. What the fuck him? What do he know? He was right today. He be wrong tomorrow. Like you know, if I was back there when they talked about the tides, I was like, you niggas is retarded. And, you know, I wouldn't have believed that. You know what I'm saying? I get it. I ain't scared of no tiger.
Blasphemy, yeah.
So fuck all that shit. Science don't get everything, and
Yeah.
I'm not saying that God came down here and was like doing the chicken head and shit. It was like, y'all got to praise me, but to just be like, because I don't get it, it is not. That's kind of lazy. I'm not saying you.
Like atheism and religion, like it's just that people need to feel certain about something. You know what I mean? There is a God, there isn't a God. As long as you believe in something, it's like, okay, well, I took care of that. I don't have to wonder anymore. I don't have to be fucking scared of the unknown.
Oh, that's fair.
You know?
I
So it
would be
really doesn't
terrified.
matter what you believe. It's just the feeling of like, I have this.
Yeah.
I have this.
Isn't it terrifying to go? Nothing happens when you die. Isn't that scary?
No, it could be the opposite. Nothing.
Jeez.
Nothing isn't scary. It's just nothing.
it's just nothing. Yeah, you don't feel.
Why
it.
would you?
Which
follow
sounds
the
scary,
rules
I know,
then?
but like,
Yeah, I would just go around killing people.
That's what I'm
stealing
saying.
shit.
Religion. That's why we need. You see what I'm saying? Like God
But
is
why
good.
do you have to kill
The
somebody
concept.
just
'Cause
because
I
there's
want
nothing?
to. You know, man,
You
I
wanna
be
You
kill
serious.
don't really
people?
want to kill somebody.
Why not?
Kill me
The only
right now.
thing
Prove it.
stopping
No, I
you
don't
is
wanna
something
kill you. I
that
like
doesn't
you.
exist.
I'm
Well-
sorry, what'd you say?
The only thing that's stopping you from murdering people is something that doesn't exist.
No, it's we ain't talking about me. But you know,
Allegedly.
God, that's one thing. He was
Yeah.
like, hey, don't do that. That's one. But if just nothing happened, if nothing mattered, I'd kill a couple people, steal a couple babies, punt a couple.
I don't
babies.
think you would, because it would make you feel bad. Like
It would only make me in this scenario. It would only make me feel bad because of God. Like I don't know, it's some fucked up people out here. Why not kill them? Fuck them.
Punting a baby would feel satisfying.
Yeah.
But what if the baby? What if baby was Hitler? Like baby Hitler?
Ooh,
Would
punting
you
baby
punt
Hitler?
baby Hitler?
You know what I'm saying?
Would you go back in time
And punt him.
and punt him?
Let's just put it like this. Let's just say there'd be a few less conversations I'd have with women. There would be. I wouldn't be saying so many things to them.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave that there. But yeah, if there's no God, then if I'm just like, oh fuck it, then you know.
Yeah, I think that, you know, a lot of people. I mean, in the Bible, it's funny too. The things that it says to try to entice people to be like in the Bible. It says that when you get to heaven, if you do good enough, you get crowns, you know, and some people get like jewelry according to how like no for real like how good you were, and then it's like
Yeah.
we're told to shun material items in this life because we will be rewarded with material items in the next.
yeah,
Like, that doesn't
don't
really
be
make any sense.
materialistic.
I want it now.
Now,
Yeah,
That's the white man's Bible.
it is. Yeah. Oh well, preach. Wait a minute. Hold on, doctor.
Let me tell you something. You see, because no, all right.
Well, no, you're right. I
pie
think.
in the sky.
Yeah.
Because religion has been used to quell union movements, like the Salvation Army. They're
Oh
like-
yeah.
They're
Is
like
that a religious group?
yeah,
Salvation Army? I didn't know that.
it's a great song.
Yeah. It is.
Pie
No.
in the sky.
Yeah, I know. I think we.
Well, we got to get you to a black church, man. Then you'll believe in God. Again. That's the problem. See, that wasn't nobody
God,
Yeah,
else
man.
saying
So
it.
much
Have you ever been to
rhythm.
a black church?
Yeah, I'm sure I have.
You sure?
went
That
to
doesn't sound-
Mendenhall,
Whoa, No,
Mississippi.
you know.
I've
You
seen
know.
so many movies that kind of blends in with my real life.
You're like, either I went to a black church or I saw a Tyler Perry movie.
Yeah,
It's
I went
one
to
of the two.
Bubba Gump's black church.
Beyonce was there. Fighting Temptations. No, that was,
You
yeah,
gotta
that was
go.
there for real.
Yeah, no, and well, I think that religion, you know, it is something. It gives something for people to hold on to, even if they're oppressed, and at the same time, the oppressor, yeah, they use it to kill people too.
Are Trump supporters religious?
Yeah, that's the whole abortion thing. Their whole thing.
Is that why they said no to killing babies? Because
It's-
of God?
It coincides with like radical
Yeah.
Christian.
It's just
Right.
they're
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
reactionary. They're reacting to whatever liberals want. They want the opposite. So you want abortion, we're not gonna do it. And then the religious are also in it too.
But the
'cause-
whole thing that they say is, I am protecting a life, and so I have the authority through God, which goes back to how God gives a lot of people an excuse to just be assholes. They're like, God gives me the authority to tell you what to do with your body because that's a life inside of you. So it's like, I don't give a fuck that you want to get an abortion or maybe you need one. I'm fighting for God. God needs me to stop you.
When was Roe versus Roe v. Wade? When was that? What year was that?
73.
70s?
Yeah. And prior to that,
Hell yeah.
abortion was just straight up and down illegal.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Everywhere.
It was by state, probably.
1973.
And
I
all
mean,
this
maybe
was.
we got it wrong though. I don't know shit.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. Because it
how
was.
do you know?
Well, I'll tell you what. Okay, bam.
Maybe we
I'll
wasn't
show you
supposed to
why.
let it make it be legal. I don't know.
I'll show you why. Pull up because pull up I think you can listen. Abortion, Roe v. Wade was majorly accepted, right? Even by conservatives. And then I think Kansas or Missouri, if you can pull up there, they protected abortion rights. That is a red state where they voted for Trump, but then also voted to keep Roe v. Wade. It wasn't that crazy of a thing. Even Trump voting conservatives voted to protect.
Yeah, like Trump supporters are all pro-gay marriage now. Like,
Yeah.
It's not even an issue anymore.
Exactly. So Roe v. Wade, but so the only people that wanted to get rid of Roe v. Wade were the far right, alt right, like kind of like religious, crazy conservatives that are like, we need to. That's how much I believe in God. Is we need to protect this. God needs me to protect this life. But majority of people are like, yeah, they fucked with what Roe v. Wade was, and Democrats didn't do anything to stop them. So
I'm just saying, like, as a people, what if like making abortions legal was not that good of an idea?
well, it was started. It was actually started to kill black people. Like, can we look up what's her
Margaret
name?
Singer.
Margaret Singer and abortion, because you're onto something. It was literally designed to kill black people, to stop us. We were
Well, it was one of the
spreading.
benefits.
You say, yeah.
But it wasn't the main point.
It was a happy accident. Yes, you're right.
Let's just do a little math. So now, 73, right? If that's when it became widely legal, then what happened? 70s, what do you have? You got Jackson 5 and all that shit.
What,
Then
really?
you got the 80s,
Yeah.
and that was crack. And then you got 90s, you got hip hop and all that stuff. So, you know, prior to that, I guess black people just singing Temptation songs and shit, man. So let's stop killing them babies, dog. Just
Stop?
Well,
take them to the
But
fucking
look at
baby
all
pound.
we got rap, we got fucking the Jackson 5 after abortion. So isn't abortion good? Cause
No, I'm saying those are bad things. Like,
oh, you're
really?
against that.
yeah,
You don't like the Jackson
crack
5?
and gangster rap. I mean, I like it. I like crack and gangster rap. But it's not good.
Yeah,
Why
no,
don't
it's
we do
not
that
good
before
for
the show.
Yeah. No, I think that listen, I'm pro-choice. I think if you want to kill babies, go ahead. You know what I mean? I think there's an appropriate time and place to kill a baby, though.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you can't
You
just
can't
do it
have everyone
willy-nilly.
being born.
What?
We can't just let everyone in.
Exactly.
It should be like a country club.
Right. You should have to, you got to turn some people away. Right? Like,
Yeah.
immigration is important. And it is another form of immigration. With
Yeah.
abortion
Yeah.
control.
Great.
They stay, conservatives stay anti-immigration, man. They really don't want people in here, whether it's through a vagina or
Even though
the
that's how
border.
they got in here.
Yeah, it is. Well, I think, but immigration was another issue where there was evidence that it was actually hurting black people and black communities.
Immigration.
Like, they were taking jobs and it was making it worse. But black people always get the brunt of bullshit, which is why I think that towards the end they saw that Kamala was losing a lot of black support, or it wasn't as high as Obama. If you see the map of the states where Obama won, I think we have the states that Obama won to the states that Trump won, he literally flipped like all of them. Like, Obama had these blue states and blue counties, and then Kamala lost almost every single one. And it wasn't because of racism, it wasn't because of sexism, because a lot of those voters were Latino and they voted for Hillary Clinton. So it's not like they wouldn't vote for a woman.
Yeah.
Both times Trump won, he went against a woman. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Thank God.
And Jill Stein.
Yeah, right, yeah. Jill, she was in there.
He's a woman beater.
Technically, yeah.
Electoral.
Technically, yeah, he is.
Damn, dog.
Yeah, man.
Whatevs.
Melania is shaking in her boot right now.
Well, I think, listen, man, I don't want to be a doom and gloom guy. Let's hope Trump actually, gets in there.
Well, he'll definitely get it. They're not going to do a liberal January 6th.
We need that's why they lost, because liberals, our hearts aren't in it. You know what I mean? Like conservatives, they lost. They didn't take that shit. They didn't just say, all right. They got up and grabbed their fucking, raccoon hats.
Their fucking flagpoles
and
with
their
the fucking spear at the end.
And painted their face, and they said, we're going to take the fight to them. Liberal, we already gave up.
Because they have none of the theory and practice and all of the belief. And liberals have none of the like faith and confidence in what they believe. And they actually have theories that would make a country better.
Yeah. No, they deserve it, honestly. The Democrats deserve to lose always. But it's because they shun the progressive wing of the party. I mean, that Bernie thing, we really did have a moment back then to choose whether it was, progressive populism or
centrist.
And then they chose wrong because the vibe was populism.
Like, we know this, and we know it doesn't work. Why would we choose this? We'd rather choose something crazy that we haven't done before.
Yeah, it's silly. But I think that's when you look at the DNC and the Democratic elites, they did something that the conservatives didn't do with Trump. Like, the conservatives didn't want Trump to get the nomination the first time, but he bullied his way, and then they didn't stop him. Whereas Bernie was going on his way, and the establishment in the Democratic Party literally stopped him.
Wait, what happened to Bernie? I forgot. So he
Debbie Wasserman Schultz.
Who did let's look up
who
this
did Bernie
queen.
Lose against?
Hillary.
He lost against Hillary. So that was, what do they call it? Is that the primaries?
Primaries.
That was the primaries, and the Hillary went on to lose. But at the time, the energy was so clearly behind Bernie, but the Democratic Party didn't want Bernie to get in there because he's actually about changing some shit.
They're beholden to their corporate overlords.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm naive, but ain't we kind of good? Like, what
good? What?
else do we need?
We
If
are.
we're good, why do they vote for Trump?
Yeah, we're not good.
These
People
white
can't
people
afford.
are obviously freaking out.
Yeah,
If
gross.
you
They
were
hate
president,
America right now.
What would change? The four things you would change.
Healthcare.
Yeah,
What
definitely.
about it? It's gonna be free.
Minimum
free
wage
for everyone. Food and shelter for everyone.
That's not possible.
Well, healthcare is, and minimum wage is for sure.
All right, the minimum wage is up now. Now I'm selling Big Macs for $10. Like, you're never gonna get that right.
But but it's not just minimum wage. You stop corporate price gouging, which Biden did not do.
Yeah.
You can stop that. You can write that into law to stop these, because it's criminal what's happening. When people talk about, I love that argument. Well, we can't pay people more because then prices. Stop the corruption of the
take
bosses.
It from the rich people. Don't take it from the poor people.
That is the price of being a human. We live in a society. People always find a way to fuck you over. Like, if you ever go to prison,
I know, but that doesn't mean that you stop trying to stop them from fucking you.
No.
You don't just
from what I've seen in prison,
you don't just bend over.
They always find a way
to fuck you.
No, well, I've heard. They always find a way.
Something. Let's really talk about this, man. What happened?
They always find a way to do something.
What happened?
You're gonna find a way to make tattoos. You're gonna find a way to smoke weed. That shit's gonna happen. I'm not saying it's to let it run rampant, but it's like, the monopolies is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Something, Illuminati.
But the defeatism doesn't. You don't give more power to people that don't give a fuck
I'm
about you.
I'm asking questions. I ain't saying. I'm asking you.
Well, that's
what
more
like Sweden.
Yeah. Well. Now that's interesting though, because they were
all white.
It is. That's what we need.
Economically, not racially.
Economically, they're pretty progressive.
Peninsula, but we can make.
They also were. They're economically more progressive, but then they were kind of conservative on COVID, if you remember that. They kind of early on they were like, fuck this. This doesn't really, we're not going to shut the whole country down.
Well, they're so far away from everything. They can just cut off travel from the outside, and it's a different situation. But
yeah, but no, you can't. I don't think the option was to give up, though, especially for black people. It's like, when have we ever, it's like, what if Martin Luther King was like, man, I'm just going to get shot anyway.
I didn't say that. I was asking a question like,
right.
What are we? What do we want? Like, we not.
I think just the bare
I ain't
minimum.
saying there's nothing. I'm asking.
Well, what do we want? The bare minimum. The phrase minimum wage, I think says a lot. What do we want?
That's a Dave Chappelle joke, right?
Yeah.
Or
Is
a
it?
Chris Rock joke. I would pay you less, but it's illegal.
It's illegal. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Like
Yeah,
that's all we're. Same thing with. Black Lives Matter, right? It's all in the phrasing. It's like, what do you want? I think, it's right there. We just want to matter,
But I guess if every 4 years it could change up, I guess that's what I'm looking at. It's like, hey, we get a president and he or she or they make
everybody's welcome,
inclusive. Make everything great. It's perfect, right?
No, it's never gonna be perfect.
I'm saying in this scenario, everything is great. It's perfect. In 8 years, fuck that. We going back to it's going to happen. So for as long as we get what we call democracy, it's always going to fluctuate.
It is always. I mean, I guess you're just
so
making.
I don't want to fight every 8 years. Like I at some point, you got to be like, this is what I'm about to do, and I'm just I'm fucking chill out. It's the same way about white dudes saying the N word. At some point, you just get tired. I'm tired now. Like,
this is
every 4 years we got to see white women crying and fat white dudes ripping their shirts off. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, it gets tired. Well, but that's white people experiencing loss and any bit of not privilege. They're experiencing like what it's like, oh, what I'm not in power, even though it's a white guy in power. But still, it's like
being white. Do it feel good?
Also, you saw like the background of that guy who ripped his shirt off, like his room. He doesn't win a lot of stuff. He doesn't do well. You know what I mean? You could just tell like this really meant a lot to him.
This is all
his whole life is behind him right there on that shelf. That sucks.
Man, this is what they talk about. They call it like a mind virus. It is kind of cultish. Some people's reaction to this, and as black people, even though the Democratic Party is losing us and Trump is making gains, I find that as well. What you're expressing is why Trump made gains in black people and minorities, is because a lot of people are feeling what you're feeling, but they choose to go the opposite way instead of sitting out. They're like, well, I'm gonna go with this guy because these people aren't even trying anymore. You know what I mean? Like there was some good stuff that Biden did, but he could have gone a lot harder. And I think he should have if he really wanted to. Like when you go back to FDR, which I think that was like the last great progressive president. I mean, he did some wild shit that remains in place today. And he did it with a mandate, kind of what Trump has now, but he used it for good. So I think a part of having conversations and staying active is we got to stay alert, because if somebody comes and like I think of Bernie, he wasn't the guy, but the next person, whoever it is, we could have, and we need a liberal Trump. You know what I mean? That's what we need, a progressive guy that's like grabbing women by the pussy, but also fighting for healthcare, because that's, you know what I mean? It's like we got to fight fire with fire.
Yeah, I also think that I talked to my mother about this, and I'm going to ask y'all, because like, let's say you got the country, right? It's 100 people in the country, and majority rules for this. That's what the country wants.
Yeah.
So like, it kind of don't matter what you want if you were outruled. So let's say like abortion being illegal is wrong to us. Well, most people think the opposite. That's what it's supposed to be. Like, you gonna cry because you was outvoted?
Right.
That's where you live.
Yeah.
What else you want?
They're crying about democracy. They're literally crying about democracy.
Like it's a rap. Like
and also,
you
like they say,
that.
it's illegal or whatever, like federally, but the states can still, you can vote in your state to keep it legal. You know what I mean?
And they
so
have.
it's not completely illegal.
No.
You know?
I think prostitution should be legal. If there was
Across
a candidate
the
running and then like they don't win, I'm not gonna be like, what the fuck?
Exactly. And if you really wanted it, you would just go to Nevada. It's legal in Nevada.
Yeah. Just live there. There you
Just
go.
go to a
So
state.
this been
Figure it out. Go to Nevada.
Ron just moves to Nevada. Yeah, that's the origin.
Like, if it's what I
Yeah.
feel two things. Like if everything is everything, and like what you wanted wasn't, and what the other thing happened, that's because that's what was supposed to be. Or if it's all a big sham and like they lied to us and they was gonna do this or do that anyway, well, ain't shit you can do about that. So if everybody wanted a racist, crazy dude grabbing bitches by the pussy in office and you didn't, you outnumbered, motherfucker. Like this what we watching. You don't get to watch Teletubbies. We watching
Cops.
Yeah.
The Apprentice.
Conservatives have the remote
we
right
watching
now.
Pulp Fiction, dog. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
for
Like,
sure.
This is what's happening.
You got the next 4 years to think about what you want to watch.
Yeah.
But right now,
Choose wisely.
yeah, use this time, and then not, because you already see. Let's watch the Views reaction, because this is
Views
great.
the ladies.
Yeah, this is these are the political
Then
intellectuals.
I'd like to reframe the conversation. I think Bernie Sanders is wrong. I think the more relevant question actually is, what is wrong with America? I think what is wrong with our country that the Republican Party would choose as a candidate and support a candidate who is an insurrectionist, who is an election denier, who is someone who is twice impeached, a 34-time convicted felon, someone who has been accused.
Whoa, we haven't heard that before.
Sexual misconduct by 26 women found liable for sexual abuse.
Ooh.
What is wrong with this country that they would choose a message of divisiveness, of xenophobia, of racism, of misogyny?
She's feeling it.
She's naming all of them.
A message for the people, by the people, of the people. That's what the problem is. It's the Republican Party. And what's wrong with America?
All right, so that's a great.
You know what? What she said, I agree with everything she said, and that's my thought process. Only I don't have that question of what's wrong with America. That's how America feeling right now. That's just.
Well, also
the other lady was like, that was the popular vote. That's what we about right now. Racism,
absolutely,
fuck bitches.
Yeah,
you know,
racism is
save
back.
the babies. Yeah. Get them fucking Mexicans out of here.
Yeah.
If that's what the people want, that's what the people want. When the people wanted slavery, that's what it was. And then when it was when people couldn't figure out what it was gonna be, it was a fight. It was a scrap.
You're right. And so get ready for a fight. And you know what?
Y'all
That's
ready
a great.
to throw them hands over
Throw
them
them hands,
babies?
man.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm willing
if
to.
not, shut the fuck up.
I'm willing to house illegals and be a part of the Underground Railroad.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
You guys make good trains, so it's gonna very efficient.
Making trains all throughout American history.
Underground bullet train.
So
high-speed rail.
There's probably a lot of money in that. People probably do that, right?
What?
Smuggle.
Oh, coyotes
immigrants?
are called.
Coyotes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been watching Dexter on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
There's a character named Coyote on there. He
You
was
gotta
killing people. It was a thing.
It's a good. You gonna become a coyote? Start smuggling. Yeah, that's what we need. It is a good
40K.
business venture. So wait, speaking of slavery,
Wait, but crossing the southern border to pay coyotes $3,000. Man, shit.
That
I'm
better
about to
be
move down
direct.
south, dog.
Yeah.
I'm not taking a layover for $4,000.
yeah.
But what do you
Also,
gotta-
3 to 4 is like it's only $1,000 difference. Like the top isn't very high if you're good at it. You know.
But
what
what
I
you
mean?
got to do? Like
You gotta.
how do you get them
You
over?
gotta
here?
get
drive
small.
them across. I don't know.
That's it. Do you
smuggle
go?
them.
Would I go to jail for trying to bring them over?
Probably.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you'd go to prison, not jail. You go to prison.
Yeah.
Damn, man, I was about to retire from comedy.
No.
man.
So well, that's also a good. That's a good backup plan for you. So I want to do this slavery. There's a lot of talk about slavery. You know, Trump's America, or as I call it, Hans Kim's America. I'd like to go ahead and because everybody's worried maybe slavery's coming back. I heard somebody say that legitimately. A black woman said, "I'm afraid to go to sleep because I might wake up a slave," which isn't how slavery works.
I did a joke last night about that.
But it doesn't just happen. You know. What was the joke? What'd you say?
No, it doesn't matter.
All
I
right,
want you
well-
to steal it. No, go ahead.
He doesn't want to burn it.
Yeah, no,
there
that's
it
the
is.
point.
I'm still crafting it.
Okay, good. No, but that's right.
No,
So-
in real life, fuck crafting it. This is my thing, right? I'm not gonna do the joke, but the thing is, like you said, everybody talking about slavery coming back, but if it was coming back now, it's it's a lot of different tools for slavery to come back, and then we already got influencers. So now it's get ready with me, and my nigger is fucking 5 ways to get your productivity up with yours, and I don't
Your
want to
slave.
see. I'm just trying to find out the different ways.
yeah.
Social media and slavery is something's gonna come of that.
We haven't seen that. That'd be great. I think there's a lot of plantation influencers where like how to get your plantation.
Plantation info.
Yeah, like how to whip your slave.
Yeah, like tutorials.
Yeah.
Tutorials.
This is how the proper way to whip your nigger.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, but nobody says that black people are gonna be the slaves.
A day in the life of a house.
there'd be like craft whips sold on
POV,
Etsy,
you're
you
in
know?
the field.
Yeah. I wanna
You
go
ever
through
heard a Negro hymn mixed on an MPC? Nigga.
with auto tune. Yo, Kanye, his next album is about to be a rap. But
From the fields.
yeah, from the field. Yeah, I wanna do a top tier list of what race would make the best slave in today's America.
In today's America?
Today's America right now, top tier, number one, because it's not, let's be honest, it's not black people. I would put black people at the bottom mainly because we're lazy.
Attitude.
We're not
Attitude.
lazy.
We got a lot of attitude. We're lazy. Of course we are.
Lazy? How
How are we lazy?
Lazy?
We're lazy, man. You
Like
you wake up
walking
at
across
like
the
6
crosswalk?
p.m.
I'm tired.
What's the difference? Tired from doing what?
Nothing.
Eating chicken all day?
Whoa.
Come on,
Holy
man.
moly.
Hey, this is a place for truth and honesty. You know what I mean? Let's get to it. What are we beating around the bush for? Black
Well,
people
I'm
are
gonna
at the
I'm gonna
bottom.
vote Jews for the slave
At the
thing.
top.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Best slaves.
Interesting. I don't know if they would
I'm
make
just
the
getting
best
it going
slaves.
here. I have no idea. Let's get the ball
weak.
rolling here.
What are
Jews
the
are physically
options?
weak.
Everybody in America.
Everybody, every race you can think of. That's a good one for the top. I don't know. I don't know if Jews would make the best slaves.
Allergy
because,
prone.
yeah, they
Sure.
they come.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they find ways, actually, because they would make the worst slaves because they would just delegate. They would get out of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Fair enough.
like there's not Jewish people don't play basketball. They own basketball.
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say then, because with the S tier is like super or whatever, like
Mhm.
beyond A. So I think unquestionably Mexicans got if anybody gonna be S tier. And I'll say because when I was in LA, I saw these Mexicans put up a hotel in a month, dog. A month.
The efficiency.
I ain't see a crane. I didn't see a mother.
They were just standing on top of each other.
I just saw
They were
Tacomas, dog. They had Tacomas and work gloves and Modelo, nigga, and they had a whole ass hotel built like that at the Comedy Store. Remember, House of Blues was in front.
Yeah.
And then they knocked it down.
That's right.
I went to rehab. I came back. They had a motherfucking giant ass hotel apartment building.
So they have experience.
Like,
Yeah. Mexicans, I mean, that's a strong
It's
case.
a great argument for number
who gonna
one.
be better than that?
I don't think you get better than that, man, because it's the efficient way to have slavery. You know, it's like if white people had known about Mexicans back in the day, they probably would have just went straight to Mexicans.
Look,
They're already let me say this: they're already making slave labor currently right now, so nothing would be different for them.
they have a good sense of family unity, right?
Mhm.
They all
Yeah.
live together already. This
They
is
do.
some racist shit. I don't know. I'm too late now.
We can blur your face out the whole time if
You're
you.
saying that they're
No, this is a
Useful.
compliment. Of course, this is
They're
this
the
is
best.
this is. Let me preference this by this is like in honor of how strong minorities are. That's what this is. This is a
respect.
showcase. This is respect of my minorities out here. We're saying
This is a shout out
Mexicans are the best because they can endure the most
and be exploited.
and get the most done. After that, I mean,
I say A tier is black people just because we you know,
Physically.
we did it. Well, okay, sure.
And history.
Yeah.
yeah, but because we did it, I just feel like we wouldn't do it as good. Our hearts wouldn't be in it this time.
Okay.
Yeah, we're like even if we get freed, we know we have to go through segregation.
Yeah.
I
We
don't
gotta
know
sit
though,
at the
but like
back of the bus.
we can bring back. We ain't gotta make new songs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
We can remix. Yeah.
yeah, we got. So I would say black people got to be an A or B at least.
I don't know. And then I guess, I mean, white people would maybe be my B. Just because,
What?
Yeah.
White people be the worst slaves ever.
Thank you.
Ever?
The worst slaves
Thank you.
ever.
Yes.
Ever.
They're entitled.
There's white millionaires that kill
Whiny.
themselves.
Yeah.
You gonna be a white slave? Like,
Yeah.
white,
We would
white
all just kill ourselves. Yeah.
would
We
be
would all just commit suicide.
complaining.
That's
You'd
a
have no
great point,
slaves.
Yeah.
Who you think
Yeah.
invented the union? White people. They're just complaining all the time. Big complainers.
Yeah, you're right.
You're my lazy. White people the laziest people. So lazy they made slaves. Like nobody's lazier than white people.
Yeah.
They would be the worst slaves.
What
Well,
about
isn't there more slavery now than ever before though?
I don't
It's just different type. I think that's let's like fact
Like
check
in
that.
Africa, like in third world countries.
Yeah, that's the thing. We talk about slavery like it's gone. It's just been rebranded or kind of gone underground. Really, we just don't talk about it.
50 million people.
Yes, there are more people in modern slavery than ever before.
But what's modern slavery?
I don't know.
Forced marriages.
Yeah.
See, man, we had the coldest slavery. Our
Yeah.
slavery is like
Chattel.
we had the Nike of slavery. Everything else, y'all
Interesting.
talking about
Yeah.
Y'all talking
Well-
about Walmart shoes of slavery, forced marriage, and all that shit. Yo, our slavery was Apple.
Yeah.
Everybody else slavery is Android.
Yeah. Well, all right. I'll let the Android slander
We
slide.
got movies, songs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We got days. and
Yeah.
shit. Our slavery wasn't, but what was it, 200 to 400 years?
Mm-hmm.
It was slaves in Egypt and all that shit. Whatever. It's slaves in Africa right now. That African American slavery.
But didn't
that
we
was-
own
them was the
slaves?
golden years.
Didn't black
Yeah,
people
but
own slaves?
Ain't no movies about it. Couldn't have been that cool.
You're right. We gotta make
Make
a
some
movie.
music.
That's the movie that I
This
want to
movie.
see.
Well, like apparently the
Quentin Tarantino. That should be his last
the
movie.
fucking islands
Is a
were
black.
worse.
What?
Like the Jamaica and like Haiti, like those were the worst places because it's just hot and there are diseases and shit.
Yeah.
But
So at least
American
the slaves in
slaves made it.
America, at least they got like greens and shit to
Yeah.
eat. Like they had like
What?
sheds. You know what I mean? They had scraps. You know what I mean? Over there it was worse. It was hot. In Africa, you had to still be in Africa. At least over here, you were a slave, but you were in America. Over there, you're just in Africa.
You know the last time I did a podcast with you, we talked about slavery.
Because
And
everything.
in the comments, I got fucking lambasted. They was like, why would you go on with that fucking coon talking about
no, you
slavery
didn't.
and rape?
I saw the comments. No, nobody
What are you
said
talking
that.
about? I'll pull it up right now.
Pull it up right now.
No, I'm talking.
I know because it doesn't. No, I read the comments. By the way, like and subscribe if you enjoy this, and comment on how much of a coon Ron Taylor
Wow.
is.
That's crazy.
Let us know. Yeah,
Oh.
you know what I mean, in the comments. But I think slavery was bad. Well, it's kind of relevant at this point. With Trump coming back into office, obviously he's not actually going to bring slavery back. I hope he does.
I thought we was going to build a tier, man. I'm trying to shit on some people.
Oh no, we did. So, but where were it? We left off. It was
Asians. We got
No, it was
Mexicans.
Mexicans,
We got whites. We
whites.
got black people.
Like I think I put Asians above black people, honestly. Like you
We
have
take
to.
orders better.
You're just better. They just get shit
You
done.
can shove more of us into a small space.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
get shit done, man, for sure.
Okay. All right.
And you don't even need to punish them, because when they do a bad job, they kill themselves.
Jesus Christ, man.
They take themselves out, so it's efficient.
Mexicans, Asians, then
Arabs.
black people.
Arabs, yeah,
I don't know. They're
Arabs
kinda
would make
mean.
horrible slaves.
yeah,
Arabs are meanies, man. They're not nice people.
they are, yeah.
They'll blow themselves up.
That's true. They will. Well, I think that's it. Yeah, that's a good list. And then white people are at
They'd be the worst slaves.
the worst slaves.
Which is
Okay.
Why they should be slaves the most.
Let me ask you guys this: do you guys know how to play a game called Spades?
No.
No.
We gotta wrap in like 2 minutes. The next pod's gonna be here.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah. So we'll say this and then get out of here. There's a black guy. There's a black guy. Hold on. That teaches. He made a safe space to teach black people how to play spades, because it's a big deal in the black community. Let's just take a look at this clip.
The whole deck will be distributed amongst the 4 people. The person to the left of the dealer, they can play any card they want. This high card wins. So everybody's gonna play their card. This is called a book. Your team wants to win all the books. If you win all the books, you know what that's called? Oh, it's called a Boston.
Okay, yeah, we can. So that's
fucking ridiculous.
Their safe space is a parking lot, a gravel parking lot.
that's it.
They don't even have a roof.
You
No.
put a safe place on the internet for people to make fun of you. Like, I don't know how to. I play spades. I don't remember how to play spades. That's funny, but I've
Yeah.
never connected the fact that spade is like a racial slur for black people. But spades is a black game. I never put that together.
I don't think they
until right
have
now.
I don't think they have the same energy, but I think that's great.
Of
I think
course.
we should shout out that guy. And listen, man, I'd love to have you guys back on to really get to the bottom of slavery. But
Yeah,
thank
man,
you
we
so
need to
much.
come up with a plan to enslave white people, man. I think
Yeah.
we really need that. We don't necessarily
We'll
have
do
to
that.
enact it, but we just need it to exist.
This is why Trump won.
It is. Thank you so
Talk
much.
like
All right, tell people where they can follow you.
DJ Hans Kim on Instagram and YouTube.
Comedian Ron T on everything, particularly Cash App and Venmo.
All right. Thank you so much.